So the people who dub anime just don't know when to shut up. Just like Jamie Marchi and all those other people who think they're all high and mighty when all they do is, voice act and rewrite lines, and not in a good way either. Um, but Western localizers attack fans looking to AI for more accurate handling of Japanese media. You clearly can't appreciate the work of humans. This doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you activists who have gone into these areas of work, it would have nothing to do with the fact that you just keep inserting your political bullshit into everything, would it? If you watch an anime in Japan, in Japanese, and it's the sub, and you see one line and they're saying one thing, but then you're watching the English dub and suddenly they're talking about the white patriarchy, you sure as hell know it wasn't Japan who did that. We watch anime because it's so absurd, it's ridiculous. We watch it as an escape. Anime is people with brightly colored hair, crazy hairstyles, where people are flying high in the sky, throwing massive bolts of freaking energy at each other that can destroy universes. We're not there to listen to Goku and Vegeta talk about toxic masculinity. If I'm watching Death Note, I don't want to hear Light talk about the systemic racism happening. I don't want to hear it. I want an escape. But these activists have, for some reason, gotten it in their head that people want real life bullcrap crammed into their fantasy escape all the fucking time. You're seeing it with Doctor Who. We're seeing it with anime. Localizations. We're seeing with video games, comic books. No one can just enjoy anything anymore because everything has to have a political message. It's like I think people were talking about even something simple like Animal Crossing. When I first got the game and it first came out, I booted up that game and I didn't think of, oh, this is really just like a metaphor for the lower class and blah blah. No, I saw it as a fun game, you know, catching bugs, planting bell trees to get more money. It was a fun game, but there are people who look into that game and see, oh, there's a deeper message. No, there's not. There's people who go into anime with a certain mindset and then they try pushing their crap into what they're doing. Again, we see with Doctor Who. Pretty much everything that's come out since Jodie Whittaker has some kind of political message behind it. We can't just have fun episodes where we could just mindlessly just sit there. No, it's got to have the message of some kind. And these people are just dubbing. They're not curing cancer. They're not sending people to space. They're sitting there rewriting lines for a fucking anime. Stick to the source material. Um, I saw. Well, they clearly can't respect the artistic integrity of the work they are translating. Funny things that in other circumstances they would be furious over such things, like when Disney edits movies for the Middle East or China without a hint of self-aware irony. We do. We just don't appreciate the work of demons. Translation: You lesser beings can't appreciate our work to spread the religion of woke. Funny, these are the same people who scream cultural appropriation when they find themselves when they themselves are changing something that's different from another culture just to force their policies onto it or onto others. You clearly can't appreciate the work of humans, says the person defiling someone else's work into their own image. Uh huh. Hey, so there's a slight chance legal competition exists to your job. Proceeds to burn tenuous goodwill and professional decency like jet fuel. You clearly can't appreciate the work of humans. No. It's the work of activists injecting their own dialogue, never intended by the original author creator, I don't appreciate. Like most normal people. Yeah, again, that'd be like watching something and they're talking about systemic racism. That's not something being written in Japan. That's specifically added by these freaking localizers. And we can't have anything to enjoy anymore because even fantasy now, even if it takes place on Earth, it's like, well, that means it could be as realistic as possible. So that means I'm allowed to cram all the real world politics I want because it's representing the modern world. And they don't write or insert, don't rewrite or insert your politics in it. And they're correct. We do not appreciate them. We despise them. I love that meme. Learn to code. Ah, yes, now is the time to play victim. Brava. The level of entitlement from these spoiled brats. The humans in question are rubbish. Send them back. Now, we appreciate the work of good translation. We don't appreciate them changing the story, changing meanings, and changing things to fit their crazy ass opinions. Yeah, I clearly don't appreciate the work of political activists in the media I consume. Changing the author's intent during a translation should be grounds for blacklisting in the localization industry. Well, there are people who are doing a good job, but then there are those fucking activists. Why? The faster those morons get replaced, the better. Yeah, it's not the localizers. It's the Jamie Marchies of the world, the Monaco Reals of the world, these people who clearly have an agenda, who have these these ideas, who insert their ideas into everything because we're not allowed to just enjoy things anymore. We've seen it with Doctor Who, we're seeing it with Star Wars, we're seeing it with anime, we're seeing it with comic books, video games, you name it, it's being taken over. We can't just have a place where you can mindlessly escape and just enjoy it. No, we have to be preached to. We have to be told, well, this is how the real world is. This is what's going on around you. We know what's going on around us. We see it on the news all the fucking time. We don't need to be reminded when we're watching anime. We don't need to be reminded when we're playing a video game or reading a comic or whatever. We know what's going on in the world. It reminds me of those freaking TikToks of those kids dressed up in like makeup and making them look like they were like killed in the Holocaust, trying to raise awareness of the Holocaust. People know about the Holocaust. We know about the terrible things. You don't have to make TikToks to raise awareness about it. We're not fucking stupid. It reminds me of just like that. Well, we need to bring up all the important things and going on in the world right now. No, you don't. No, you don't. Again, I don't want to hear Goku and Vegeta talk about toxic masculinity. I don't want to hear Light talk about how he's gonna help those suffering from systemic racism. Animal Crossing is not a fucking game about a metaphor for the lower class. No, just stop the shit. Stop. Let us just enjoy things. People like us who go out and have jobs, who are working and are miserable at their fucking work, want to come home and have an escape. But we're not allowed to do that anymore because all the escapes we have now are being infiltrated basically by people who look like her. We have no escape. We can't have hobbies anymore because it's all being infiltrated. It's just a video game. It's just this. It's just. So are we not? Just because you're a miserable fucking cunt doesn't mean the rest of us want to be. We like movies, we like music, we like videos, we like this, we like that. But then when your stupid political ideology is forcing its way into everything. It's not us. You're the fucking problem. Because you can't just let people enjoy things. Everything has to have a message. Everything has to have an agenda. Everything has to be based in the real world now or for a modern audience or whatever. And then when people call it out, I say it all the time. You put that shield up, you're a phobe, is an ism. And you vote for Donald Trump. Every fucking time. So, anyway, yeah, these people just need to shut up. But that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.